Why, hello? Hello? Ah, yes, hello, my new guest. Welcome to our nice cottage getaway, where all your cares will be taken care of. Isn't it? Oh, well, yes, thank you. It is quite lovely. The garden is here for your enjoyment. But there's more to it than just a simple garden. Let me give you a tour of your accommodations. In here you will see we have the finest of accoutrement. And, well, yes, there is quite a few beds, but it's just in case you would like to have extra guests with you. Ah, yes, you have seen our two caretakers. They're here to take care of your every whim that you might have. Trapdoor? What trapdoor? I see no trapdoor. No. Do not look anywhere like that. I don't see anything. What? Oh, no, wait. No, don't go down there. You do not need to. What? No. What is that? A who? Oh, yes. You need not worry about them. They are, former guests? These, yes, they are trainees. Yes, trainees. They are training on how to take care of all of these wonderful, no. Pay no attention to zombie? No, there's no zombie here. What makes you think? Oh. I really wish you had not seen that. Hello, my fellow noobsters. It's me, Texas PK, and if you remember last episode, we made this great village breeder. Isn't it kind of lovely? Just kind of a nice kind of cottage, quaint little romantic view here with the garden. Yeah, it's wonderful. But today we're going to be finishing up with the second part, which is probably the most overpowered part of this village breeder, and it's going to be the zombie curing station down in the basement. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, and I'll show you how we're going to make this work. Alright, so here we are in the basement of our village breeder, and you can see all of our baby villagers have grown up. So all that's left now is for us to give them some jobs and do some zombie curing so we get all the best prices for all the best trades possible. So the way it's going to work is we'll be moving villagers from our breeder over to our zombification area, and then move them over here to our curing station. I've got everything prepped and ready to go to where all we have to do is just start putting our stuff in place, and so let's get started. The first part is we're going to be using rail cars to move them around, and I'm going to start with a powered rail here and then put in some normal rails that way. The reason I'm doing it this way is that if you were to put a minecart there, usually it will pick up a villager and it'll just take them right away, but you also might not. If they're moved over to the side like some of these are, the minecart won't necessarily pick them up. But if you have it turn the corner here on the corner of this block, it will always pick them up because it kind of overlaps into that block and it just picks them up and takes them along right away. Then we need to I already put it in there, you can see I put a button that powers our rail, so once the rail car is in there, it will be activated and send them off this way. Next, we just go ahead and we're going to take and move our villagers to the zombie area, zombification area. And the way it's going to work here is when the cart is filled with the villagers put here, there will be a zombie waiting for him right there. And we're going to use a sticky piston to move him over to force him to be zombified. And then once he's turned into a zombie villager, we'll release him and bring him back over here, and then bring him over to the curing station. But to put that in there, we also need to have to where when we press a button, it powers the rail, and then have a switch, a lever that we can pull that will move him over and hold him in place. So let's go ahead and put that in. The first part is I want to make sure that we can get it powered. So I'm going to put a button there, and what I want it to do is when I press that button, that is activated. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to put some redstone dust under the floor that will carry the circuit around to that area right there. So to make that happen, we got to dig out some of the floor here. I might as well do some of the wall as well. And we will need to have it to where we can have some redstone dust come under here. And if we, here, I need to get a way out. And if you see, when you press that button, that is activated. So let's put another couple pieces of redstone dust there. Okay, that didn't work, so we need to get it up one more. I think if we go, I think we need to put a couple blocks right there. I may have gone down too low. So let's go ahead and we're going to move this out of the way. I think it needs to be like this. Let's see if that works. There we go. All right, and then what we'll do is we're going to put our sticky piston right there and have it, I have it going the wrong way around. We'll go to the other side. And we'll just put a temporary block right there for the moment. Put our sticky piston right there. And just pull that out of the way. And you can see it activates. Let's see if it works on this side. There we go. Now we need to be able to activate that piston. Let's put the floor back in. Now we don't want to put anything right there because it'll cut off the signal. So what we're going to do is we'll just go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that block out. No one's going to see it. Put it right there. I think we're done with the stone. We'll just go ahead and move back to our stone bricks. Put that right there and put a lever on that. So when we pull the lever, whoop, it moves the rail to the side. And when we pull the lever again, it's back in place. And when we hit the button, it activates the rail. Cool. All right, now the only thing is that when we activate that rail, we don't want it to go back there. We want it to come over to this area. So what we're going to do is use the levers to change the directions of the rail the way it's going. Pretty neat trick. All you have to do is put one pointing in the direction you want it to go, and when you flick the lever, it changes the direction of the rail next to it. Kind of a neat way to redirect your rail cars. I also want to have it to where if I don't want to be zombified, I can flip the switch and I can just have them come here and then head out that door. So let's go ahead and see how that's going to work. If we go like that, it just goes straight out, whoop, and head out the door. And if I don't want it, if I want them to be zombified and then cured, they'll just come this way. And it works really well. And I'll show you, we'll do that once with with our villagers, and we'll go through at least curing them at least one time, so you can see how that works. Now to get over into our curing area, I like to line them up 5 in a row. The reason I do that is because one splash potion can hit 5 villagers at a time if you hit it in the middle. You might be able to get 6, but I really don't like to push it. I think 5 is a good number. I tend to start making mistakes if I go any more than that. But the way it works is I'm going to be using trapdoors, which you can see I have 6 here. You need 1 more than the number of villagers you're going to use. And I have them lined up in a row here. So the way I'm going to work it is like this. This is where they're all going to line up. And then you stagger them every other one. Whoop, I got it backwards. Oh no, that's right. Okay. We're going to go 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 there. And then you put powered rails in between each one. The only thing is that they line up this direction. Depending on which way you're going, this is east-west. For some reason, they tend to line up north-south when you first place them. But if you go and put an extra rail like this, you can go ahead and force it to do the direction you want it to. The only thing is this is kind of weird. You have to... there. Now it works. And put another switch there so I can direct where I want it to go. If I want it to go into this station or if I want it to go into this station. Let's go ahead and put in this one. And there we go. I don't need to put a switch on this one because it's the last one on the row. It's only got 1 place to go. Oh, I'm all out of rails. Let me grab some more. I got a whole bunch when I went through the mine shafts the other day. Alright, and here we are for station number 1. And put another lever right there. And you can see they're all lined up now. I can change which one I want it to go. That's just the flick of a lever. Alright, now I want to be able to activate these rails. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a button on the back of each one of these so I can send them off when I'm done. And I'll put one here and here for the next set of rails. And put in the powered rail along with that. And I'm one lever short. I'll have to take care of that in a second. And then this one goes here. And the last one. Now if you look, when you press the button, it powers the rail. Now what I also want to do is I want to put in something to divide the villagers so that when they're zombified, and I don't want the other one to be re-zombified, I need to have it to be where something is separating them. So let me go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and put in a temporary block right here, and I'll show you how this works. Alright, if I crouch, I can then place additional ones across like this, and then when I stand up and flick them, they all stand up and they become dividers, separating each of these stations. They sort of become cubicles for each villager. And like I said, it keeps them separate to where they don't see each other. And if I want to have one be a zombie and one be cured and not have them reinfected, this prevents that from happening, as long as these trapdoors are up. Now the reason I put the buttons on the bottom of the block is because, well, let me just show you. If I was to go and put the button on top, which might be a little easier to get to, watch what happens. It flicks the trapdoor, which may or may not be a problem for you, but I find it a little annoying to have that happen. It's not a big deal, but if you go here and press the button, it activates the powered rail, but it doesn't activate the trapdoor. Let me make one more lever real quick, and then we'll be right back. Okay, last lever is in place now, and I think it's all ready to go. This is really all there is to making this work, is to set up a powered rail in each of these spots, in each of the different curing stations, to put a powered rail here in the zombifying station with a nice little sticky piston to move them over and a button to get them moving. The only thing we have missing now is the zombie, and that's really not that hard to do. I'm going to use a rail car to get him into place, and then let me just temporarily remove this. I'm going to hopefully get him, well, and we'll just kind of clear away some of these rails so they don't get in the way. I'm going to catch a, whoop. I guess I should have done that instead, huh? So I'm just going to temporarily have it go like this so I can catch a zombie outside. Oh, I guess I have to wait for a dark. But then I can just bring him on in here, nice and easy, and push him along until he gets into his place. And I'll show you that step. I'll be back once I have a zombie and I'm ready to put him into place. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, it's sunset, but it is so weird. Normally I'd be trying to tap the bed and go to sleep here to avoid zombies. Tonight we're getting a zombie. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can find. There's one nearby. Okay, I only need one of you guys. Let's see. Oh, shoot! Creeper. course. What else would you expect but a creeper? Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright. Oh, he's wearing a helmet. I can go to sleep, move it over to the day, and be done with this. Let me finish filling the creeper hole when it's daylight. I'm out of dirt anyway. Okay, this is the hard part. Get on the rail. Get on the rail. There you go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I recommend not wearing... Oh, how do you get in there? Oh, I flipped the wrong switch. Okay, no problems. I'd recommend not wearing any armor with thorns, as you could end up killing your zombie trying to get that done. Okay. First, let me close this door just in case a creeper shows up. I'm going to temporarily move that just so I can get down low. And we're going to remove that rail. So he's sitting on the floor. Oh, really? There you go. And now we can put our stuff back in. Powered rail. Regular rails. All in all, that actually wasn't that hard. If it wasn't for the stupid creeper, it would have been completely uneventful. Okay, I think I lost the switch. Oh, I used the switch out here. Alright. Switch is back in place. We're going to put in a block right there. I think we'll use one of the cracked stone, doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to put some glass in front of it so that we can still see what's going on. And I think I'm going to put a glass ceiling in as well, just so things don't jump too much or bounce or anything like that. Let's make sure it still moves. And it does. And make sure that still works. And it does. It's working. We're ready to zombify some villagers. Let's get to it. Alright, so I've got my minecarts ready. We're going to put one in place. As you see, usually they just jump right through the wall there. And I'm going to go ahead and send them over to this area first. And I'll show you the reason for that in just a second. Whoops. I almost messed that up. Now this is the configuration to send him from there into this first station. And you'll see it work right here in just a second. There you go. Let's put the next one. Oh, I messed up. There we go. And that's for the last station. Now I want to fill up these other two. So that turns him this way. And then he'll come into that first station. And then flick this lever, he'll go over to here. Now you notice he didn't jump right into the cart. That's why I have this corner. So you should see it work perfectly right here. There he goes. And into the last station. Now the reason I didn't send them straight to the zombie first is there's a little glitch, and I don't know if they fixed it, but it was happening in 1.6, so I just go ahead and make sure I do this every time. I'm sorry, 1.16, is that if you have a villager zombified who's in a rail cart, they would pop out unless you had assigned them a job ahead of time. It doesn't have to be one that was permanently traded for, it can change, but you need to have them linked to a station before they go in to be zombified. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and assign a station for every single one of these guys. And whoops, just in case I need it, I'll bring out an extra station if one of those guys over there gets linked up to it. So all you have to do is just go ahead and place a workstation, and you can put them anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Oh, see, he thinks it's going to be his job. Nope, he's mistaken. Let's go ahead and break that. And what we'll do is we'll put this first, and doesn't have to be near him, but I'm going to do it just so I remember. See, so he thinks he's a stonecutter. Alright, let's try one here. Oh, that's him. Great. Let's put another one. I guess it didn't really matter, to be honest. Alright, well, let's find... let's just go ahead and keep on putting down some stations. It doesn't matter. Alright, let me get one more. Let's go ahead and put down the cartographer. Although I have a feeling it's going to link up to the guy upstairs. It did. And I bet you this will link up to our guy upstairs as well. It did. I think the anvil will work. Let's try that. You gonna link to it? Is that not one of the workable workstations? Okay, I think I need to make a different workstation. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. I went ahead and made another cartographer table. It's one of the easier ones to make. Just need wood, planks, and paper, and I got plenty of that. And so now we have all of these guys assigned a job, and I'm going to go ahead and zombify our first villager. So let's get that taken care of. Oh, before I do that, I nearly forgot. We need to give that guy a name tag. He won't despawn right now, but if we don't give him a name tag, eventually he will despawn. So let's go ahead and give him a name. I think we'll call him the Green Light Special. Let's see. Whoop. Green Light Special. There we go. He's going to give us a discount. Alright, let's go ahead and give this first guy a little test and see. Alright, now I like to make sure he's all the way in. Give him a little nudge. Flick the lever. Now he's a zombie villager. He needs to come back into that location. Alright, now he gave him a little tap as he went by, but nothing serious. One little trick I like to do is you can lower the trap door and he will go ahead and attack the neighboring villager. Ooh, he didn't like that. Alright, all our villagers have been zombified. Now we just need to cure them. And let's see what we got here. We need to make sure we have a couple things for that. We need to have splash potions, and we need to have golden apples. Now, I already got 2 golden apples, and I got plenty of splash potions. But we need to make some more golden apples. I need 5. So we're going to go over here to our crafting table. And the crafting recipe for golden apples is 8 gold ingots for each apple. And let's go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and make all of them right there. We have 10. That'll do 2 rounds. Put these back in there where I don't need them for now. Another little trick in curing zombies is they cure faster if they have iron bars near them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some iron bars right over their head. Make sure I line this up right. And if they have iron bars above them like this, supposedly, according to the wiki, they cure faster. I don't know if that's true, but we'll take them at their word. I'm just going to go ahead and go past there. Let's go all the way to the end. Oops, I meant to go right there. Let's see if that does anything. In my experience, it seems to go faster, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, so all we have to do now is I aim for the one in the middle, square in the face. There he goes. I'll give each one of these guys, you see the little particle effects. They start shaking, and they are being cured. Now let's just wait and see them all turn back into villagers. Oh, and there they go. It only took about maybe a minute and a half. Not bad at all. And let's just take a look and see what that does. If you look at it, his trades went from being 18 pieces of paper for an emerald, from 24 pieces of paper for an emerald down to 18. Each time you cure them, it will lower those tier prices by 5, and it'll lower the for librarians, it'll lower the magic books prices by 10. So you can cure them up to 5 times and get maximum discounts. Let's see what this is offering. Multi-shot, I don't really like that. We're going to end up rolling these trades, but I just wanted to show you how that worked. Alright, so none of those are the trades I want, but you know, to be honest, I'm not going to be trying to get the trade I want immediately. I'm going to re-zombify them for a total of 4 times, I think, just to make sure I get all the best prices. I might even max out at the 5. So let me go ahead and do that, and once I've got them all maxed out, I'll get back with you in just a minute. Oh, this one's got mending. I'm going to go ahead and lock his trade in. I know I said I wasn't going to do it just yet, but that is perfect. Mending. Oh my goodness. Let me do that real quick. You need some paper. And I'm going to get mending for 1 emerald. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Not in a million years. Okay. Oh, I need a book. Oh no, that's okay. Let's just go ahead and get him locked in. Once you make a trade with them, they will remember all their trades forever. So let's go ahead and make sure it's the mending one. It is. Trade with him. He is now locked in as a mending villager. That's awesome. That's the first try. I can't believe it. Let's see what we can get from the other ones. Let's keep zombifying. Alright, now this is a really good trade, and the reason is, if you look at it, for 1 emerald, you get a bookshelf. A bookshelf breaks down into 3 books. 1 book, an emerald. Basically, you're trading 1 emerald for 3. I'm going to go ahead and lock that trade in. I always like to have at least one that does that. The rest, we're going to roll. Alright, so we've got some pretty good trades locked in for these 5 guys real quick. Let me show you what they've got. This was our first one that we got, and he was mending. We got him down to 1 emerald for a mending book. That's not bad. This guy here has got Fortune 3. I haven't unlocked any of his level 2 or above trades. This guy, I don't know what happened. This trade right here was 1 emerald for Silk Touch, but somehow it changed to a bookshelf. I do not know what happened there. When I leveled him up, somehow it changed it. That should never happen. It seems like a bug or something. But he did have a trade lower down here, Smite 5, so that's okay. I think we'll keep him. This guy here has the Unbreaking 3 trade. Lure 1 I'm not so impressed with, but down here, Dip Strider 3. And there is potential for another one down at level 5, but we'll get there eventually. And this guy was the first one we got that does the trade for bookshelves and then books for emeralds. This gives us an infinite supply of emeralds that we can use for trades. And then lower down, it has an infinity as well, which is pretty good. That way, if we ever need to make another infinity bow, I already have a really great one here, but if I ever lose it or it falls in the void or something crazy like that, we do have it. And of course, we have the other ones down at level 4 and 5 that we haven't unlocked yet as well. So basically, that's how it works. That's all there is to it. And you have all the best trades. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep working with these guys. I'm going to zombify and cure them a couple more times and get them down to where all the trades are unlocked and all of them are set up. Not spending more than an emerald for any one of the enchanted books, or at least as close to that as we can get it. Alright, well that's all there is for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit. This is one of my favorite things to do. I've spent a lot of time figuring it out, and I hope it helps you out a little bit. If you liked it, make sure you click like down below, and if you haven't already, click subscribe. Why don't you do that? It'll help me out a lot, and I appreciate it. And also click the notification bell, as it will let you know when any new episodes are coming out. In the near future, I plan on doing a few tutorials on some of these things we've already done. Just kind of put them all in one spot where they're easy to find. With that, thanks for watching. This has been TexasPK, and until next time, be good to each other. Bye!